away from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And his first pass is incomplete.
These Rams and Niners met 3 times a season ago. The Niners had the Rams numbered in the regular season, winning 31-10 in Santa Clara, and then again 27-24 in overtime in the season's final week. But the Rams got the last laugh in the NFC Championship game with that 20-17 victory. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin the drive with Williams. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
40 got.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there that some teammates lost.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. K.J. Hamler,
Touchdown 49ers.
a nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Robbie Gold kicking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
32.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
The score, Niners 14, Rams nothing. Robbie Gold kicking off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every single...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Rams are back within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
Was it 88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, no, that's a touchdown. It's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and have their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
From midfield, here's Lance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Gold now out to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. That'll be caught by Cup. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And the Rams at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Leonard Floyd. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Akers will score. Touchdown, L.A.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. He'll get this up to about the 44.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Ready.
1st and 10. Here's Lance.
Steps away to his left.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 1st down, Lance. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance, they'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
K.J. Hamler
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Niners 28, Rams 14. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided 1st half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, When I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Play action. Stafford. Out to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
3 yards on that and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
A heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Lance now to throw. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Gay now set to kick it off. Here's McLeod from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Niners take over first down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Okay.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now Lance throws the interception, his third. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Mitchell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On third down, here's Mitchell. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense had understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance going back to the air after the pick 6. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want to throw it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down is Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. This one complete, Lance to Kittle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First down, here's Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Shotgun now for Lance. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Lance. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ray McLeod from 13 yards out. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
Ready up.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
62 blaster. Heel, flat. Hut.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Lance now on 1st down.
He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Lance looks to throw again. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a real
touchdown 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell,
an 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
56. Rams 28. Robbie Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
On play action, Lance.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Niners 63, Rams 28. Robbie Gould kicking off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Stafford on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Throwing again is Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Williams.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy and he pick up the first down.
Lance now on first down. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's brought down.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Touchdown! Ray McLeod with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws. To try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
Here we go,
but being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Taken down at the 42. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Again to Williams, running right. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Now Lance on the bootleg.
His throw incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Lance now to throw. This one swung out to Williams. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Rams 28. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now Stafford.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. Here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's Samuel caught left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Without much defensive resistance on that drive, and really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. This offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Stafford's throw here, hauled in by Cup. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed? They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Niners,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Rams, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.